Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna talk to you about some plays yesterday that hit. It was an 8-3 day. I'm gonna give you guys some batter props in this video. I'm actually gonna go through them. I have not looked at them, but I want to show you my process on how I find these guys and how profitable they've been. I'm gonna show you, like I said, the receipts for yesterday was 8 wins and 3 losses. So overall, the mindset also I wanted to talk about real quick is, for example, yesterday I had 2 batters that didn't hit, and then one of the games that didn't hit, and that was very like midday, and I was already thinking like, shit, man, I'm losing. It's gonna be a bad day, stuff like that. And then sure enough, they came back, and I won 8-3. It was an 8-3 day overall. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is the mindset is just because 1 or 2 plays are losing, don't think that the day is going to shit. And also don't chase your bets, because what I could have done easily, and what I used to do in the past when I didn't know what I was doing, is I would see those 2 batters that were losing or the play that was losing, and then I would try to like make it up and try to throw them some random crap. And then that's how you start losing more and more. So you want to stay away from that stuff. Basically, don't chase your bets is what I'm trying to say there. Also, today I'm going to give you a play. I'm going to look at I was looking very strongly on the Braves, but I'm actually going to stay away from them. And this is another thing that I want to talk about is conserving your bankroll, because just because there's games on doesn't mean you have to place a bet. So I see that over and over and over. And when I was doing TikTok lives, I would have like 150 people on there, and they were like thirsty. It seemed like they were very thirsty, like, give me a play, give me a play. And sometimes you just don't want to place the bet, and by not placing the bet, you're actually winning. So before I continue, guys, like I said, I'm gonna talk to you about the Braves and why it's so powerful, but I'm actually gonna stay away from that game, and I'll explain why. I'm also gonna go through the process on how I find these batter props. I'm looking at around, there's a list of about 12 batter props. So first thing I want to talk about, guys, I'm gonna post a link on the video that's going to say Google form, and what you want to do is you want to fill out this form. If you're one of the people that fills out the form, is going to be 2 people that I'm giving away 1 month for free. It's a very simple form. You just put in your email, your name, and your phone number, and then it just asks you what's your number 1 thing that we can help you with your sports betting, or what is the one thing that you need help with. Okay, and then there's also says what tools are you using. It's a very simple form, like I said, and then it's asking you what would you be interested in: VIP picks, group chat access, data. Look how simple this form is, and you fill it out, and if you do, only the first 100 people, there's only 6 people that have replied so far, but only the first people are going to be accepted, and I'll be putting out the winner on Saturday. It's going to be 2 winners, 1 month free pass for a VIP that's worth $200. So send me a DM, actually send me a text message and say, hey, I want the form, and also go to the link in the description, click on free. I'm going to post it there as well later today. That's going to be here. Go to free picks, text me there and say, hey, I want access to try to get the $200 of free VIP for 1 month. So really quickly, guys, it's going to be the Padres we hit for this yesterday, and then I had the Rangers with the Padres. This is what I was confusing it with. The Rangers were 8-3 for Colorado. I also had a little side note, which I'm not including in here, which was the Colorado Rockies under 3.5 team total, which I'm going to be testing, and it hit for us yesterday. So I'll be testing that one. Then we had the Rangers -1. I talked about all these plays on the live yesterday. I talked about the Rangers, I talked about the Yankees, and I talked about the Padres. I gave those for free in this live yesterday. Then we had Renfroe. This is a under RBI, which has been hitting very good for us. Manny Machado, I gave away for free. Diamondbacks, I didn't talk about, but I'm testing some stuff. That's why I didn't want to share it, but that came through. And then, like I said, the Yankees. So the Yankees did win, and I gave all the reasoning why I thought they were going to win, and it was a little bit questionable. I said they might not win. It was my weakest play of the day, but sure enough, it came through for us. And there you go, guys. That's the other one, Xavier Edwards. Anyways, like I said, 8-3 day, great day. All right, if you haven't done so, guys, if you're on Twitter, I know there's a lot of people on here that are on Twitter. So go to YouTube, or actually go to the link in the description, or go to beastsportspicks.com and then click on free picks. Make sure you get the free picks. That's where I'm putting up the batter props, some of the plays. I'm throwing up my links to YouTube. Also, if you haven't done so, go to YouTube, which is this link right here, and click on that play button right there, and that'll take you to YouTube, and subscribe over there. That's where I put all my effort and videos and stuff like that. So this is what I'm going to be using. It's called Outlier, but this is only for verification. I don't use Outlier for anything else except for verification. So I'll get back to this, but this is called Outlier. The link is also in the description for this tool. Again, it's called Outlier. Here's some of the data that we get from Outlier. You can see right here for today, there's only 6 games. And out of those 6 games, not every game has stats. So I'm sorry, not stats, it's called insights. So for example, right here it's telling you the Nationals are 30% hit rate in the last 30 games on the road. Baltimore Orioles are 33% in the last 12 games as a favorite. Astros are 30% in their last 10 games on the road. So those are, again, called insights. And the reason this is important is, like, let's say, for example, I was going with the Nationals today, and then I'm like, wait a minute, these guys suck on the road. They've only won 9 games on the road. So that's important. Look at this. All the games today, or 3 of the 6 games, have gone on the under. I was actually, like I said, looking at the Braves, and it said that the Braves were going to go on the under and the Nationals were going to go on the under. So it's looking like an under game. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not telling you to go with it, but this sort of insight is what's decent. I'm actually starting to post all these insights for inside the Discord. So go on the link in the description, click on Discord access, and if you want that, you'll get these stats. I'm going to start doing this on a daily basis, so we'll put them in there. Yesterday I threw them out there as well. Now let's talk about the Braves. Like I said, I'm not going to get into all the details here. I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown. It's basically much better pitching. Like I just showed you, the Nationals are 33% on the road. Better bullpen is a better lineup. Home field advantage. The odds are supporting Atlanta. The National road struggles. Offensive expectations. Both teams, like I said, are going in the under. There's a lot of indications here that the Braves should win this game. If you want to take a screenshot of this, go ahead. But I'm not touching the Braves unless this is the only way I'm going to touch the Braves. Is if the game starts, everything is lining up towards the Braves, okay? And like I said, they got the things that are missing here. The Nationals are actually on the opposite side. So for example, you can see here the sharp money's coming in on the Nationals. So that's already one negative I don't like. Also, if you look over here, the line is shifting. It started at a 225 right here, and now it's at a 210. Also, the sharp money and the big money, everything's coming in on the Braves. So if that's the case, why is the line shifting towards the Nationals? Again, the line is shifting in the Nationals because of the sharp money and the big money, and it's enough to push this line backwards. So that's the reason I'm staying away from the Braves, unless the only way I'll take the Braves is if they start the game. From that start of the game, the Nationals start winning. So let's say the Nationals are up 1-0 or 2-0 or whatever, then I'll take the Braves at a +1.5 or a +1 or something like that. So that's the way I'm playing this. Otherwise, I'm staying away. And like I said, the Braves, there's no other game besides this game that I'm looking at. Every other game doesn't make sense at all. So I'm staying away. I'm not forcing anything. And like I started this conversation was, sometimes it's better not to place a bet than to throw out some junk. Let me continue here. I'm going to go right into the batter props. So the batter props, it's a scraper that we use, and we basically go to DraftKings and we look at all the batters that are supposed to get 2 hits. So if you look at this entire list right here, I'm not going to get through all these batters because there's not too many today anyway, but you can see there's over 150 rows, which is about 15 batters. 15 batters are projected to get 2 hits. This is how the research starts. From here, then I have somebody filter that out, and it gives me the batters that have hit at least 1 hit in the last 8 games. So minimum of 1 hit, 8 games. It doesn't matter if it's 8 games in a row or whatever. Just out of the last 10 games that they've gotten 1 hit, and they're projected to get 2 hits today. I hope that's making sense. If not, let me know in the comments, and I can see about that. Basically, the 2 batters that I like is going to be. The batters that I like are going to be, so again, Gunnar Henderson to get 1 hit, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to get 1 hit, and then we have on the under RBIs, we have Jake Myers from Astros and Cam Smith from Astros. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. We have been hitting a lot of plays. We're on a 3-day winning streak. Make sure you check out the VIP. Also check out the Discord. I've been sharing a lot of information in there. I'm going to start throwing in more insights and stuff like that. So make sure you get the free picks. Also check out the VIP and community. And last thing I'll mention again, guys, is send me a text message if you want a chance to win a free VIP for 1 month. I'm going to pick 2 winners. And all you have to do is fill out this form right here and just say, hey, send me the link to the form. Also, make sure you get on the link in the description where it says free picks. I'm going to throw this form out there again. So there's about 2,000 people on that list. So make sure you get on this as soon as you can. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day.